Information and data is everywhere. Businesses are learning to harness this information, analyse it, make intelligent decisions to drive their business. Hi, I'm Martin Dennison and welcome to Hug TV. Hyperion is a business performance management suite that implements business intelligence from a single source of data. That is, it provides powerful tools with access to data that enables you to manage the performance of your business better. It won't do it for you, but provides you with powerful resources to do so.
The University of Sydney has implemented Hyperion into its overall business strategy. But we are not a corporate business. We are a higher educational institution. So will something like Hyperion actually drive a university like it can with a corporate business?
To answer these questions, we're going to meet the Managing Director of Hyperion Australia. Now, come on up. I hear he's got a fantastic view from his office.
Good morning, Ronnie. He's just the best.
Wow, this is some office you've got, Thomas.
Come on in, Marty. Relax. Take off your tie. Enjoy the view.
Well, how did you come to get an office like this?
Well, I'm the managing director of Hyperion, Marty, and check out the view. I asked for an office, and I told him I wanted one with a view of the horizon.
Yeah, but how did you become the managing director? What's your background?
Oh, Marty, I was in the consulting world for about a good 12, 14 years. Decided to take a jump to the dark side and try the software part of it. Had a really good run in the States and helped a number of clients really implement this business performance management software. And they decided that, I messed up the place enough to ship me halfway across the world and see if I can't have some impact on the Australian business unit.
Well, look, when I think about Hyperion, I think about data. There's data on reports, budgets, forecasts, databases, S-bases, data warehouses. The list goes on, but, data is information, and I'm wondering, is it really all that important? Does information really drive a university, as opposed to, a corporate organisation?
Yeah, I've been lucky enough in my career to deal with both universities and public companies. And, what I found there's a common thread, is that the person that has the most intelligence around their data is really the person that holds the keys really to the organization, whether that's a university or whether that's a public company. Example I give, I worked at least about 4 to 5 years with Duke University. And there was a guy by the name of David Jameson Drake, hard to say. He knew 14 languages, and he picked up the S-Base manual, read it, and he became an S-Base expert. But the key to that wasn't the fact that this guy is brilliant, is what he did with the information. He was able to take all the student and faculty information and translate that into the probability of a alumni giving back to the Alumni Association over a period of years. So again, that was taking information or data and turning it into something useful just by the knowledge of, one, what the data is telling them, and then the knowledge of the technology to do it. Marty, one of the things we're finding today, both within universities and public companies, is this whole notion behind self-service. That's basically taken the technology that exists today and pushing it out into the business community. Let them use the tools and technology, given that they're a lot more user-friendly these days. No coding and so on really needed, to take their data and make it into information really underneath a corporate governance, or what we're calling a competency center structure. So it, best of both worlds, allows the people to take the technology, use it for use it for what they need it for, as well as provide a governance structure that a corporate can maintain control of.
Okay, let's review the 3 key points that Thomas just raised. Firstly, Thomas mentioned there was a common thread that he's noticed in both the corporate and the university world. He said that a person who has the most intelligence around their data is the person who holds the keys to that organisation. They have more control in and say in the direction in which it heads. Following that idea, Thomas went on to say that it's not what you know, but what you actually do with the information that you have access to. So he's saying that you shouldn't just read the information on a report, but actually interact with it and make more informed decisions. And then Thomas mentioned one of the key elements of Hyperion, that it has a self-service function. He was talking about the empowerment that users can experience through self-service business intelligence. In other words, because of the way that technology has been simplified today, we can now take that technology and push it out to the user community, certainly within the guidelines of any organisation, including universities. Alright, thanks Thomas. That was really insightful. Look, why don't we take some time out right now to have a look at how information specifically drives the University of Sydney. The things that Thomas raised are all fine for the corporate world and even for Duke University. But what about our organisation? I thought I'd better have a chat with my boss, the Director of Financial Operations and Systems, to see what principles cause the harnessing of information to actually drive the University of Sydney.
You're late! Get in there! Bloody Marty's a pest, isn't he?
Marty, welcome. Come in, sit down.
Thanks very much. Good to see you.
Marty, where's your tie? So how can I help you, Marty?
Well, Larry, I've just been talking to Thomas Palmer. He's the Managing Director of Hyperion, and he says that information drives an organisation. He also believes it can actually drive a university. He went on to mention Duke University as an example, but what do you think? Can information actually drive the University of Sydney?
Okay, well, it's interesting you asked me about that because I've just been working on our strategic direction and our operating models. And we're building a framework exactly around that issue about business intelligence. And the way we see it is that knowledge is part and parcel to the university itself. The entire framework is based on the fact that we develop knowledge and that we need to manage our knowledge better in order to be thought leaders. So it's not just about business using it for purposes of performance management, but it's resource management and it's thought leadership. The ability to actually show that our knowledge that we develop is actually utilized throughout the university, both academically and in terms of business infrastructure and management.
What's an example of how, say, staff are empowered through using Hyperion as a, say, self-service application?
Well, good examples are the financial reports that have been specifically designed for the academics and the researchers. These eliminate the need for an academic to have to wait for their finance manager to run reports for them. With Hyperion, they can see what funds are available 24 hours a day at a time that's convenient to them.
So if Hyperion is actually saving us money as an organisation, can we redistribute, say, some of those funds and perhaps opening up the door for me to have a pay rise?
Bloody Marty.
Let's just review Larry's points. There were 3 things that Larry wanted to bring to our attention. Referring to our business intelligence as a university, Larry pointed out that our strategic model is all about knowledge and information. He said knowledge is part and parcel to the university itself. In fact, we develop knowledge. Well, what are we going to do with that information? The buzz in the business world at the moment is that concept of thought leadership. So Larry said that we need to manage our knowledge and information better to be thought leaders. It's not just the business side using knowledge and information, say, for performance management, but it's using that knowledge and information for both resource management and thought leadership. That is, the ability to show that the knowledge that we develop as a university is actually utilised throughout the university, both academically and through business infrastructure management. And finally, Larry referred to the individual empowerment that's experienced through Hyperion's self-service ability. He drew on the example of how even the academic staff can now make wise financial decisions in their research without having to annoy their finance manager for information. They're experiencing self-control of information. So how about you and your area? So, does information actually drive a university? Well, data on its own doesn't drive a university, but what you do with that information and how you interact with that information does. Hyperion not only provides you with the data, but with powerful tools to assist you in making better financial decisions. For example, Hyperion Reports enables you to access your monthly management reports online, and you're able to view various types of management reports for the responsibility centres that you have access to. You can also drill down into reports to view specific information that you require. And with Hyperion Intelligence, that enables you to run financial queries, interact with these queries in a number of formats, to drill down and literally slice and dice information and report data to accurately reflect what you're looking for. Hyperion Planning enables you to enter budgets and forecasts, to provide supporting evidence for your data, and to be alerted to approval decisions around the entries. Hyperion ARC Acquittals enabled you to quickly complete the acquittals process from your personal workstations. Hey, and what about Hyperion Analyzer? Well, that enables you to build individual specialised ad hoc reports, create reports as displayed as charts or spreadsheets, and to format and analyse data, and even to identify trends. So folks, it seems that Hyperion is the key to driving the university through information. So guys, why not go for it?
Hello, I'm Bob Kotick, and I hope you're enjoying watching Hype TV.